hello and good afternoon, good evening, or I suppose good morning, depending on where you are, and welcome back to this Saturday Craft House show we've got for you today. Now, Matt, just a little bit of a change. It was Joe here this morning, and for our 2 o'clock show, he's gone off. He's going to have a little bit of R&R because he's back. He's got a long day tomorrow. So I have stepped in, and I'm going to be here for the next 2 hours. Not just myself. It is all about Totally Tiffany this afternoon, and we have the lovely Tiffany beaming into us live from America. So I'm so excited. I've never done a show with Tiffany yet. I think I remember seeing you on a show we might have done in a previous life. But apart from that, Tiffany, it's lovely to be doing this show with you. And, well, I suppose good afternoon for you.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be here with you. I don't think we've worked together before, so I'm really excited to do the show today. Happy to be with you from Arizona, where it's warm, nice and hot, and I understand you guys are getting some hot weather over there as well.
We certainly are. We were just comparing temperatures in the break and seeing what temperature it's going to be, and it's unseasonably warm here. So perfect place. I'm in a lovely air-conditioned studio today, so it's absolutely perfect. So if you've seen Tiffany and you know the shows, you know it's going to be all about the storage today. We're going to be looking at everything storage. But before we go into that, I just want to give you the little bit of a heads up. We have a flash sale on today. So if you pop over to our Crafters Companion website, you will see 50% off all Crafters Companion clear stamps. It's written down there now. We've put it down there so you can see it, so I don't have to read my little paper. So have a look at that. I'm not sure how long it's on, but flash sale implies to me it's not on for long. I've just heard midnight Sunday, so it's just a weekend flash sale. So make sure you pick up this. No codes, no nothing, just have a look. If you fancy any of the stamps, then pick them up. They're all there. Right, so I think we need to look at all things storage. The first thing we're going to look at is the Totally Tiffany. We've got the Cindy Tote and the Craft Workstation. Now, this is absolutely fantastic. I've just got mine. Mine arrives this week. I am so excited to start sorting. Now, if you've got a craft room, anything like me, this applies for everything that we're going to be looking at tonight. You've got a craft room like me, you think, I know I bought that. I know I bought that paper. Mine is acetate. Acetate walks out of my craft room, I don't know where it goes. So I end up buying it again. And it might be your acetate, it might be some pens, it might be ink pads, it might be paper. You need to store it properly. You need to store it where you can find it. You need to store it in a way that works for you. And I think something like this, where you've got the workstation and you've also got the Cindy Tote, is going to work brilliantly for you. And I'm just going to quickly show you before Tiffany goes into it. We've just got 2 on here. We've just got the workstation on here. Look at that, so much depth, and you can fit everything in there. And I love how your 12 by 12 papers fit perfectly in the back. I've got 2 in here, and I reckon I could comfortably get another 2 in there. It might be your plates, it might be anything you want. We've got our little cans there. They fit beautifully. And to have your pens at the side. Now, this has been filled. We think our Jake's filled this. And this just shows you the difference between a young man filling this. Look at this. This has been filled to within an inch of its life. And it's still secure. I love how secure it feels, even though it has been filled up so full. It has got pockets on the side. It's got the lovely size in there. Now, it's been designed, I believe, and Tiffany will go into it, to work with your buddy bags. And I've got a couple of the buddy bags in here. So you've got all of your little buddy bags in there that fit absolutely perfect. But for me, this is going to be my go to the studio bag. When I've got to take a paper trimmer, I've got to take a scoreboard, I've got to take everything with me. This is what I would be using. Now, if you want both of those today, you're going to get both of them for this fantastic price, £41.23 or $48.70. But I know most of you are Platinum members, or you're at least on the way to being a Platinum member. So you're going to get it for an even better price down there, £32.98 or $38.96. Cents, sorry. So Tiffany, I'm going to let you explain it. You're going to be able to explain it much, much better than I just did.
Okay, so the Craft and Carry Workstation was born because I was making Christmas cards with in the TV room. So I had this huge mess all over the coffee table in the TV room, and I couldn't find anything, and I just thought, I have got to figure out a way that I can work other places and keep things neat and tidy. And then I realized it wasn't just that. It wasn't just working at the coffee table. It was even when I was working in my studio. I'd start with this big craft space, and I would pull all the things out and start working, and pretty soon I was doing this, like, okay, there's my scissors, where's that ruler, where's that trimmer? And I was tapping around because everything was buried. And I thought there has to be a better way. And that is the Craft and Carry Workstation, what it does. So you can see I've got all these bits and pieces out to work on a double page layout. I can't even see the layout anymore. And this could be a card, this could be a mixed media piece, it doesn't matter. We all do the same thing. We end up filling up every inch of workspace and then tapping around and digging and searching for those things that we need. So enter the Craft and Carry Workstation. Now I'm gonna take all of those papers, and like you said, 12 by 12, no problem. I've got big, long 12 by 12 stickers. I've got pieces of paper that I already have trimmed or already, look, I'm rolling things onto the floor because I have such a mess here, right? I've got my small little trimmer here. I'm just gonna tuck that into the side pocket. I've got washi tape. I've got pre-cut pieces. I've got these nice clear pockets in the front. I've got pop dots that I pulled out to use, baker's twine, all of these things that I want to use on my layout that are buried. I've got all these embellishments, everything from bling and buttons, my little pocket envelopes. So each of these little sections, I know I'm like throwing things over at Susie over there as I pull things off. So you can see in just a couple of minutes, I'm gonna straighten this out here. So the inserts, and I'll go through each of the like sections of it as we work through here, so you get a good sense of all the different pockets and how they work and how big they are. But now I can take all of these pieces that I have pulled out and I can store them. I've got pockets down the side, I've got a place for scissors, right? And now, oh, I've got even more goodies here. So I don't have to tap around anymore. Oh look, there's even more stuff buried. I've got all the little scraps of paper. So you know when you're working on a project, you don't want to get rid of your scraps. You don't want to throw them away until you're done because they're all the right color scheme and patterns and all that stuff. And you want to have them while you're working, and then you want to get rid of them when you're done. So look at this. Now I have a big pocket here. Now I have got everything at my fingertips, and I have got my 12 by 12 layout right here. So I can take anything I want out, use it, pop it right back in. Because of the staggered way that it is, because of the width and depth of each of the pockets, everything that I use in crafting fits into this whole Craft and Carry Workstation. So I've got everything that I need to work on this layout, and I have workspace available to actually work on my layout. So that is wonderful in and of itself. I can see everything, I can get to everything, I can store my scraps as I go, all of those things. But here's a really, really huge benefit to the Craft and Carry Workstation. Lots of times we don't actually finish our project, right? We need to clean up that space, especially if we don't have a dedicated crafting space. So I just have this pocket right here where I've got, this is for my work in progress pocket. So the parts of this project that were already done, glued down, mine don't happen to be. Now I've got the project, oh, I found one more little bit. Now I have my whole project, Corrine, the entire thing. I can just pick it up, put it on the shelf. My workspace is clear. Maybe it's a dining room table, maybe it's the coffee table or the kitchen table. But I don't, when I'm ready to work on this project again, I can just pull it off the shelf, set it down, pull out my layout, and start working. And I think, Corrine, that is one of the most beautiful things about the Craft and Carry Workstation. It's so simple to have your whole project and then set it aside and then bring it out again. Paper trimmer. Oh. This is my pop-up trash can. So lots of you have these, right? You need that wherever you're crafting, right? But when you're not using it, it folds flat to store. It also will fit right in the back of your Craft and Carry Workstation along with your paper trimmer. So double bonus on that, Corrine. what do you think? Are you ready to get a project together and get started?
I was saying just earlier when we were having a quick look at these, I was saying earlier, when I'm preparing for a show, I might have a whole collection. I might have a paper pad, a couple of die sets, an embossing folder, then there might, like one we just did, it had its own ink pads, everything like that. And I feel like I could load up my workstation with everything from that collection. It's like you say, do you find that sometimes you might have the biggest craft room, but you craft in like a 10-inch square? You do. So I can store everything from my collection in here. And then when I'm crafting, I can put it to one side, and then I've got all the space I need to craft, and I can just take it out and put it back in, and everything is together. And I think going forward, that is how I'm going to be using my workstation. This is a project I'm on, and like you say, if you don't quite get your project finished, then it's perfect for being able to do that. You know, you can just store it in there. So we've been talking about the black one. You've been using the purple one. So if you buy the purple one, you were showing the workstation, you obviously get the purple Cindy bag as well, don't you? So you get this purple Cindy bag along with the purple workstation, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And I was shown earlier how if you go into Outlook, your workstation fits perfectly in your Cindy bag, which I think is amazing. So even better, if you don't quite get everything finished or you want to take it somewhere else, then how perfect is that? So those are in the bundles, the two bundles together, you've got it in purple and in black. But I've been past that you've also got the workstation in the gorgeous pink and the blue as well. So you've got so much choice. You know, you can choose whichever one you want. So let me show you what colours you've got. Now, if I've got this right, if you want it as the bundle, the tote and the workstation, then your colour options are purple and black. I think that's right. If you just want the workstation, you've got the pink and the blue. We don't have it with the Cindy tote with the pink and the blue, do we? Is that right? Yeah. So you just buy these individually, and the price for those, hopefully those will come up on the screen so that you can see those. If you just want them individually, obviously you can buy the purple or the black individually, or the pink or the turquoise. There you go, you're going to get those for $29.99 or $34.99. And obviously, if you're a platinum member, that's going to drop down to $23.99 or $27.99 in the US. So that is absolutely perfect. That means you've got choice. You can pick the one that works best with your crafty space, which I think is fantastic. So have you finished? Tiffany, can I see you've loaded everything that you've got there into your Cindy bag as well, have you? Showing how they all load in one inside the other. I think we're going to, Tiffany's just going to show us.
The other workstations?
There we go. Oh, no, not quite. So, you know, you pick which one you want. You pick either the workstation on its own or the workstation with the Cindy bag. But there you go. You've got choice. Wow, Tiffany, that looks amazing. That is so full. You've got so much in there.
This is all of my planner supplies. So for those of you who are planner junkies or journal junkies, this is a great way to keep all of those things together. So if you like to do the planner stuff or the journal stuff, all your supplies are together. And again, you're having beautiful weather there. If you wanted to pick up all of your supplies, go outside and sit outside, enjoy that weather and work, you know you've got everything you need. Nothing's going to blow away in the wind because you just tuck it back in there. So if it's a little breezy when you're working outside, you can still work outside because everything is going to stay complete. So I've got all my different stuff here for planners. And this, which is similar to what we were already talking about, I'm reading a book and I want to create a journal for myself that goes along with setting goals in that book. And so these are all the bits and pieces that I pulled out to use to create that journal. So I've already got a project, I'm keeping that tidy. This is planning for my next project. So you're talking about getting the Cindy tote and the Craft and Carry Workstation combo, but maybe you need multiple craft and carry workstations, right? You may have this set up for office supplies, planners, project planning, any of those things. Definitely, I think probably if you read some of the comments in the feed, there are people who will comment and say, yes, I have 2, 3, or 4 of the craft and carry workstations. They're so versatile. Because imagine even that these were just 3 craft projects, right? 1, 2, and let me pull this one out of my bag here. 3. I've got 3 projects lined up on a shelf, and I can just pull out whichever one I want to work with. Everything stays tidy, everything stays organized. Maybe you craft with kids or grandkids. Each kid might need their own to keep their own craft supplies, their own homework, their own office supplies organized, but you're able to condense it down into that small amount of space, take it off the shelf, bring it out to the table, do homework, do a craft project, work on your planner or your next project. It just makes it that simple, Corrine, to actually keep things organized. And you know, when you're organized, when it's easy to pull out your supplies, that means you get to spend the majority of your time crafting, not digging and searching for craft supplies. So in all different ways, this is going to simplify your crafting life, and you're going to get to craft more often because you're more organized.
I totally agree. I mean, it really is. But I can see this. I mean, we're looking at these as paper crafts, but I can see these going into your other crafts as well. Maybe your soft crafts or your sewing, you know, they're all going to work brilliantly. Now, Tiffany said there that, you know, the people commenting will have multiples of these. We've got everybody with us today. We've got Diane Henry. We've got Alicia Lynn from Florida and Karen from Oklahoma, Janet Boyd in a warm and sunny Michigan, Jessica from Southern Illinois, our Pack from hot Nevada. And look at this. Aunt Penny has said, Tiffany, that good morning to all. Totally Tiffany organising has changed my lifestyle. How about that? That's a bold statement. That is a lovely statement to have. Nye says, New Jersey in the craft house, yay. Hello, CCTV. And Janet Boyd says hello to us. So does Mary Pat 1000. Now, Fred 171 says, I have workstations in 3 rooms. I nearly swapped that round. So there you go. So it doesn't just have to be in your craft room. You can have them wherever you might be crafting. Workstation is awesome, keeps my pending projects organised and condensed to the corner of my craft table, says RPAC. Mary Pat 1000, hello Tiffany, she says, I'm in need of some more Totally Tiffany after all my Crafter's Companion orders in the past 6 months. I always need to sort what I have and decide what to order. And I think that's key. Storage saves you money in the long run because you don't order twice. You don't have to do it twice. Hendrik says, I love mine. Keep it on my desk. It holds a lot of things. And I think you saw what Tiffany was showing us earlier. It really does. Jenny said, also known as Java Jen Creation, says, I have so many Totally Tiffany items in my craft room and I love them all. Janet Boyd says, I have almost every item Tiffany sells. I love them all. Hello from Lorna, and Diet says, I think this Cindy bag will be great to store all your paper pads, your 12 by 12. Yes, it would. Just be careful of the weight there, Diet, because you'll be misleading how much you can get into there. So we'll come back and have another look at that. So that's the Craft and Carry workstation. You can have it in the purple, the black, the turquoise or the pink. But the black and the purple, you could also buy it with the Cindy tote as well. I'm just going to lift this, or slide this, going to do a little bit of a swap. Right, so the next thing we're going to look at is the Desk Made, the store and clip pods. This is the complete storage system. Now this is really clever, and I will be hand on heart and say I hadn't seen this before today. So it is a lovely little tray. I'm going to just pop these down here, and then you can build it up and make it into the storage of your own. So Tiffany's going to go through it and explain it all to you, but these are the little pods that you get and you make your own. So it's bigger than the workstation one we were looking at just a minute ago, but this is going to be so personalised for you. Now, if you want this as you see it here, and so we've got various different pods in here. You're going to get this, instead of paying over £60, you're going to get it today for £45.69 or $54.48. But look at that. The platinum price is £36.55, $43.58, which is amazing because you get so much. But perhaps you don't want this combination, or perhaps you don't need all of these. Go and have a look on our website, because the individual pods, so that you can build up your own sort of workstation storage area, is they're all on buy one get one free. So have a look. You can either buy this lovely bundle at £45.69, have a look, or you can build your own complete collection. So I'm going to let Tiffany explain to us how these work, because I've just sort of touched on it, but I just need to let you know, this is the bundle, or you can make your own complete storage system yourself on a buy one get one free offer. So have a look on the website for those. So I can see you've got even more pods in yours over there, Tiffany.
Yes, so this is the basic set. This is the full collection, and it has all 7 pods in it. So the large is 13 by 10 by 3, and it does have a divider section, so you can make it smaller if you want to go vertical with your A4 or 8.5 by 11 and create a second pocket there. Otherwise, it is going to fit your 12 by 12 paper in this bin. Then you've got what we call the medium, and it's 6.5 by 8 by 3 1/4. It's got this nice slanted front. I'm going to show you lots of uses for all of these in just a minute. We've got this 6 by 6 by 8 cube. This was designed specifically because I was asked over and over again, Tiffany, can you please come up with a little desktop trash can waste paper bin that folds down, and that is what this guy is going to do. He's the perfect little trash bin. Then you've got your pen and ink holder, so it's got 2 dividers. Now all the dividers either fold flat or are removable. So if you want a big open space, you take out both of the dividers, leave one divider in. I'm going to show you that as well. You've also got the tool bucket here, so that has that nice slanted front as well. And then you've got this small bin. Now I have all of these in the tray. For those of you who use the IKEA Calyx or Expedit, this slides right into that cube, either one of those products. If you have the older one or the newer one, this is going to be a way to maximize that cube storage. And because all of the pieces are available individually at buy one get one free today, if you just want to have one of these trays for every cube that you've got, so that no matter what's in your cube, you can pull, there's a little handle on the front of the tray, you can pull it out and get to the things that are in the back of that cube. Now this may be home org. Yeah, can you show that? Corrine, do you have a cube available?
Yep. So I have just moved over, so you can see here.
Perfect.
Look, there you go. You can see I've got my cube unit, and I have got, look at how perfectly this fits into my cube unit. I can just slide it in there. Can you imagine have 4 of these in your cube? That would be amazing. It is the perfect fit. So I can slide that right back, and trust me, it is absolutely flush at the back. So, you know, if you've got it against the wall, you know it's going to fit in perfectly. I've also got the handle on the front, so I can just pull it out, get what I want, and then slide it back away. I mean, that is brilliant. Or, I'll just show you, I can pull it out, just get it to the end, just go here, and then I can lift it out and take it to my workstation, wherever that is. Oops, sorry, you can see on there. So it is really, really portable. I have got some of these big units, and I'm looking at this and thinking, this is going to work. I've got quite a few gaps in mine that really aren't organised, and these are going to fit brilliantly. There you go.
Well, and the beautiful thing about it is you can just buy the tray and then buy the thing. I'm going to show you the cubes loaded up different ways. So this is this set. So if you're not using the tray and you just want to set up a workstation, so these are my Gemini plates, right? I've got metal plates, plastic plates. I've got my MIDI plates here and my Gemini mini plates here, and my basic tools on these sides. So I've used two of the pen and pencils. I've used 1 medium, 1 small, and 2 large. Now, they all clip together with these clips. So, storing clip pods, I guess, I'm going to encourage you to pick up an extra set of clips when you purchase your storing clip today, because when you start configuring little groups of pods around your craft room or your home or your bathroom, your office, the garage, wherever, the clips are what hold things together and create balance, because some of them are quite narrow, right? So each of the pods has an entire strip all the way around, all four sides has this clip strip. So your Totally Tiffany clip is going to slide along there on any and all of them. So with these two are clipped together. I can slide this all the way out this way if I want to. I could add another bin. I can clip this to the front of this, but maybe I have a long, narrow space along the back of my workstation, and then I'm just going to clip these together this way and fill the entire back of my workstation. What am I blocking here? So I can customize this exactly for the space it needs to fill, right? I can customize the tray exactly for the types of products that I might be using, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But in a cube, out of a cube, on a tray, all the pieces or the perfect pieces for your work area. That is the beauty of the store and clip system. So I'm going to put all these in here for the moment.
I saw the clips.
All of my, if you are a Gemini lover and you want to keep all your cutting platforms together and all your basic tools and supplies, whether you store it across the back of a workstation or you take your tray of all your Gemini things and slide it into a cube, this is the solution for that. If you want to create little groups of pods around your workstation, so this is 6x6 paper. These are 8x5 magnets and envelopes. I've got Dyson stamps. I've got my little desktop trash can here. So I can work with these easily. Again, I can slide them out. I can separate them into any configuration that I want, because that little clip will let me slide. So if I'm going around a corner by clipping these together, now I've got that corner filled with supplies. So if you are looking for specific little areas or things that you want to organize together in a small grouping, this is the tool you're going to love for that. I want to show you one. I'm going to pull these in, and I want to show you one other cool thing that was shared with me last week. So this one is all loaded up with painting. It's painting and sketching supplies. This is what I'm talking about. Different pods. I've got the square. I've got the small. I've got the pen and ink. I've got the tool bucket. I've got all the things for drawing and painting right here. I can either put this on a shelf, or I can put it in a cube, and when I'm ready to paint, I can pull all of that out. If you need a home office and you don't have one, all of your home office supplies right here, right? I've used our tab divider pockets. This is all the bill pay area, but I've got all my basic home office things right here on one tray. I could just as easily, if I have a desk, I could just as easily, whoops, I should have unhooked those before I pulled them out, I guess. I could just as easily build a system across the back of my workspace if I don't want to keep it all on a tray. And I think that's the most amazing thing about this product group in general, is that it is so flexible and so perfect to personalize it for your space. Now, this is what was shared with me the other day. And then we'll go back to Corrine. She can give you some more details about buying the individual pieces or the collection. Someone said to me, I don't like the black color. And so I painted mine. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have to see if that works. So yesterday, I grabbed a can of gold spray paint. And if you want to test this, you want to test your spray paint, you want to color your storing clip pods to be the color of your room, or you just want to color the interior as I've done, I pulled out the bottom, I spray painted it to make sure the paint worked, absolutely. And now I've got this beautiful gold interior in my storing clip trash can pod. I also need to cut my tag off, but you can color either the inside or the outside just by using a fabric paint. So you can personalize these beyond what I ever thought was possible just by using some fabric rated spray paint put it on your rotating design board. You know, I'm tragically impatient, right? So spray painting something is hard for me. But I have one of these in the garage, and anything that I'm gonna paint, this is just a 9x11 rotating design board. I can just hit it with spray paint, and I don't have to wait for it to dry to get those different angles and get that different light. So Corrine, I'll let you give everybody the details on the collection versus the individual, but they're customizable in every way, and you are gonna love having them in your craft room.
They certainly are, and aren't they absolutely fantastic? And I love this. While you were telling us those, Tiffany, Val Loy says, "Hi, Corrine and Tiffany. Love all this storage. I particularly like the desk made," which is what we're looking at. She says she has 3 on her desk plus some of the extra bins. The waste bin can be used for die and stamp sets and those things you need every day. Of course, I have lots more Tiffany sets as well. So I think that is absolutely spot on. So I did wonder what these clips were when I saw them this morning. I thought they were giant paper clips. I didn't realise how easily these clip together to allow you to attach these pods together as one. Absolutely fantastic. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, my nana head's come on, and I'm thinking, crafting with my grandsons, I can clip a couple of these together when I'm doing crafting with them. So say I want to craft with pens and I'm going to do drawing, then I have one pod like this one and I will bring this one out. Maybe then I'm going to clip it next to some paper so that they have that one. I can then separate them and I can then clip them with other things. But I love how it doesn't just have to be for your craft. You can have your home office in these, whatever you want. Now, as Tiffany says, if you want some more of the clips, they were just on the details just then. Now, the pen and pencil holder, I believe, is this one. Tiffany's going to have to tell me if I get these wrong. I think this is the pen and pencil holder. The one with the little dividers in the middle was the pen. I was paying attention. I was trying to pay attention. Is that one just there? So if you want a couple of these, just remember, it's like a modular system, and they all work. So you could have a whole row of these if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. So you can get that one for $5.99 or $6.95. Now remember, all of these, if you do them individuals, they are all on buy one get one free. Now I'm going to take a guess that this one might be the tool holder. Does that look right? I can see. Could you see? She's nodding. So I'm taking, yeah, I'm doing well here. 100% strike rate so far. So this is the tool holder. I know we've got pens in here. I'm just going to come to the side. Oh, there we go. So you can actually see, because I was putting it black on black and it was hard to see. So you have got this one just there. So that is absolutely fantastic. And again, remember, everyone has that band around there. And the great thing is the band is at the same height on every single item, whether it's the mini, the large, the 12 by 12 pad, storage, they're all at the same height. Now, the next one, we've got medium. So I'm going to take a punt that one might be my medium. There we go. So medium store one is just here. So again, nice and narrow, but you're going to be able to put lots in there. So that one is $7.99 or $9.95 if you're in the US. Remember, buy one, get one free. So whatever you're seeing on there, if you've got 2 of those, they're going to work out at £4 or $5 each effectively. And then we've got the large. So I'm going to take, I think that might be it, so I'm not sure what this one is at the back. What's this one at the back? Have we seen this one? What's this one, Boothie? Or is that the large? That the large. All right, there we go. So there we go, the large is just here. We haven't got ours labelled. I think Tiffany's were all labelled. Ours aren't. We could do with labelling them, couldn't we? So there's the large. And as she said, these fit perfectly for your 12 by 12 papers. And then if you wanted to, you can then put a divider, I hope you can see it, I've just put the divider across the middle if I just wanted to put my A4 or my smaller pads in there, and you can see it just butts up to there. So that is brilliant. So that one is $12.99 or $14.95. Remember, your platinum price is going to save you 20%, so £10.39 or $11.96 in the US. Now, the last one we need to look at, do we say it's the state that we're looking at the tray, did we say? What we're looking at next, sorry? the tray next, sorry, it is the tray, so the base tray. There we go, it went quiet, I lost what we were doing. So here we have the base tray, and this is, as Tiffany was saying, this is sort of a bit of an optional thing. If you want to hold them all together, the tray is the perfect way, and I love how snugly they fit in your cubes. Absolutely brilliant. So then you can build them up, and then you don't need to use the clips when it's in here because they fit so lovely. And then look at this, everything is designed. It's, you know, you've got working on the sort of the 12-inch first, so you've got 6 inches, you've got 4 inches, you've got 2 inches. Everything is going to fit brilliantly. It's all combinations of your 12, your 6, your 4 and your 2, so that you get that perfect fit. So there we go. If you want the base tray, $12.99 or $14.95. Absolutely brilliant. Right, so Tiffany's got something else to show you. I have been looking at these. All my fellow crafters here at Crafters Companion all have these, and this is what I've been hanging over, thinking I really want one of these carry workstations.
Okay, so this combo is going to give you the Ditto bag and the Craft and Carry workstation. So the number one question I get from people who've been around TT for a while is, why do I need a Craft and Carry workstation if I've got a Ditto bag? So the Ditto bag is the quintessential tool storage. All of your everyday, every time crafting tools go in your Ditto bag, right? So you can see all the pockets, all my basic. I've got Xyron, I've got Undo, I've got all different types of scissors that we use. I've got my favorite hole punches and corner rounders. These are the things in my Ditto bag that I bring out every time I craft. So the Ditto bag, which is also going to fit into your Cindy tote, if you bought the Cindy tote Craft and Carry workstation combo as well, or individual Cindy or the individual Lois tote, this is going to fit in either of those bags. So you can carry it by the handle, or you can drop it into a tote if you like to carry it on your shoulder. So you can see all the different pockets, all the loops, all the basic things that I use all the time when I craft, and they're all here. So whether I'm crafting at home or I'm going to a crafting event, this is the tool tote that I'm going to use. Now, this bag has a couple of unique features. So you're going to get what we call the buddy bands, and they go around the bag to hold anything that's tall. Maybe you have paintbrushes or taller rulers or anything like that. It's going to hold it straight up against the back of the bag. So you're going to get those with the bag. This bag splits open, and you're going to find this pocket, well, here, I should go this way, on the back, and this is a great place to hold your personal trimmer, right? So it just slides in and out of that. I happen to have a 2-piece trimmer here, but your smaller personal trimmer is going to fit in there. When I need to use the products in this bag, whether I'm at home or traveling, I can open it up, and now I have access to everything. I don't have to rotate the bag or look on the other side. I just split it open. Everything's at my fingertips. If you travel to crafting events, you know, you get seated at a table with another crafter or a couple of crafters, you have very limited space. Putting up your Ditto bag at the back of your space sort of marks off from those, we'll call them creeping crafters who creep into your workspace. Your Ditto bag is going to create that, like, hey, this is my space. It's also, if you use it at the end of the table this way, it's going to make sure that you don't knock anything off the table. It's going to show you that end of the space, and you're still going to have access to everything. So I started this segment off by saying, the number one question I get, why do I need a Ditto bag and a Craft and Carry workstation? This is your tools. This is your project. Right? So all the bits and pieces, you're not going to put 12 by 12 paper in here. You're not going to put all your scraps or all the different little things that you're using. Project, tools. You need them both, and they work in harmony together. So it is a perfect combination. If you don't have one or you need a second, the sets that are available today, great price, great value, and you need them together. Now, this is all of my basic paper crafting tools in one Ditto bag. This is all of my basic stamping tools in one Ditto bag. Stamp cleaner, brushes, embossing powder, heat tool, 3 different sizes of stamping platform, everything but ink stamps and paper right here in my Ditto bag. All the basic tools that I need when I'm going to stamp, right? So again, I'm gonna have my basic tools here, but then if I'm working on a card project or something, stamps, dies maybe, paper, all of those things are gonna be in my craft and carry workstation. So the two work in harmony together, right? Maybe you like to travel with all of your coloring supplies. I've got my rotating design board here, which I use for coloring, pencils, pens, could be even more pens. I've got different watercolor markers. These are pastels, kind of a fancy set of pencils here. I've got my gel pens, whatever you like to color with, or a variety of colors. You can add your coloring books in here. You've got tons of space to put those in as well. So I think I've got just one in here now, but I could easily put in 2 or 3 more coloring books or just stacks of coloring sheets, however you like to do that. Everything's ready to go. So if I'm gonna color, I can just pull this rotating design board out, right? I've got my coloring page on there, set it down, open up my pens and markers, and I am ready to go. But when I'm ready to clean it up and put it away, the whole coloring collection just goes on this shelf. So it's super simple and super easy. So you may have one Ditto bag that's got all your tools in it, but you probably do, most of us do as crafters, multiple crafts. So getting your basic tools and supplies organized by craft, having that craft and carry workstation to work with it, Corrine makes this the perfect combination of tools and supplies to keep yourself organized, which means you're gonna have more time to do more crafting and have more fun.
I totally can get that. I can really see that separation. Tools, projects. They're going to separate out really, really easy. Now I've got one here, I've got the purple, so you've got that choice. You can either go with the purple, so we've got the Ditto bag and the workstation here, and I've got the details for that on the screen if you want that. $42.98 or $52.48. But look at that, that platinum price today is £34.38 or $41.98, which is an amazing price for both of these items. And like Tiffany says, if you want to, this one is your tools, this one is your supplies or your projects. So we've got them all there, everything that we've got there. So this is the purple. So we've got that as the one combination. Let me just move these out of the way, otherwise my area here. Next we have the turquoise, the blue. So you're going to get your craft and carry workstation with the Ditto tool bag in the turquoise. Oh, look, I've got one here. There we go. You can see we've got them just there. So absolutely perfect. So that's going to work just like that. So that is the blue. And if you turquoise, if you want that, exactly the same price, $42.98 or $52.48. And then your third and final option, if you want them, is in your pink. Now you see, this is where I'm like a magpie. Anything pink, it draws me in. It really, really does. And this is your craft and carry workstation with Ditto tool tote in the pink. So if you want that, that is the combination that you would get for that one. And again, exactly the same price, no price difference, and then you can choose which one you want. And I just love these. I love how you can open them out and you have got so much space, so much storage in all of these. It's absolutely perfect. And then your projects are all going to fit in here just like that. Absolutely. You see it all the way around. So look at that, so much storage. Look at this, and the little bits that slide across the middle. You know, you can customize this exactly as you want. There we are, there we go. So you pick which one you want, and while you're having a think, we'll have a quick look and see who else is here with us tonight. We've got Mary Pat says she loves her Ditto bag, perfect for retreats, which is what we were saying. Cheryl Cap says, I love my craft tote, so easy to change items out for different project needs. Jeffrey Langley says, good evening, CCTV crew and Totally Tiffany. Good evening, Jeffrey. And Cheryl says, you've done that one. And BJ Clark says, good morning from Oysterville in Washington. Well, good morning to you too. I'm glad everybody's with us. I love hearing how you use your totes. Do you have multiples of the workstations? Do you just have one of the Ditto totes? What colour do you have? Do you have the pink, the turquoise, the purple? Which one is your favourite? It would be lovely to hear from you. And hopefully our lovely Grace is going to keep the comments coming through and I can see what you are loving. Oh, look, I'm finding more pockets. Just as I'm looking at this, I'm finding more and more storage areas for these. Right, we're going to have a quick look at a little video telling you all about Crafter's Companion. You might be new here, you might not know much about us. So if you watch this, take this opportunity to check out, get the ones you want. Maybe you're still building up your workstation, one the buy one get one free. It's entirely up to you. So you pick out whichever ones you want. Just remember though, I truly believe craft storage saves us money in the long run because we don't have to buy twice when we can't find what we need.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV.
Just reach down my bra and take it off. No,
Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafter's Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all our time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Right, so the next thing we're going to look at is the Fab Files. Now, this is, you see it says on the screen, a 6-pack. I've actually only got 5, but if I'm reading our list of items, you're actually getting 2 of the 4x6s. Slightly different interiors, one with file folders and one with pockets. So hopefully you'll see that they're the same size. I am loving these. What a wonderful way to store everything. Look at that. It's like a little family, isn't it? You've got your 12x12, your 8x8, your 6x6, your 5x7 and your 4x6. Now you'll see on here that every single one of these has a little handle for either sliding it in and out or carrying it. You've got your labels to label them up on the top and the side, and then, you know, they are absolutely perfect. They are so robust, and you can store collections in these. You can store individual paper pads and things in these, and then you can just do them all back up. I'm thinking, you know, if you've bought a complete collection, then you'll be able to put bits and pieces in there. Maybe for each collection you might get a 12 by 12 and an 8 by 8, and then you know everything is going to be stored together. Tiffany's going to show you an awful lot more about these, but if you want them with this 6-pack, then you're going to be able to get them today for $28.99 or $38.99. And again, if you drop them down to your platinum price, it's £23.19 or $31.19. So we're there coming at less than, so if I've got 6 of those, that is £4 a folder, a file, or where are we? About just over $5 each, $5.50-ish each if you want them, you know, if you're buying the full set and you're a platinum member. So it is such good value. You're going to be saving over 30% before your Club Inspire discount. So that is absolutely perfect. I can see Tiffany's and they look super organised. What have you got there that you can show us, Tiffany, please?
Well, I'm going to take you on a tour of all the sizes that you are getting in this bundle and a bunch of different uses. So I was just kind of glancing around my studio here and trying to count. I have over 50 Fab Files throughout my studio. That is how functional they are. So they all, as you mentioned, have the handle. They all have a label on the top and a label on the side. They all have the locking flap at the top. I mean, the locking flap lid. Right, just kind of pokes in there. They're sturdy, they're durable, they're gonna last you a long time, they're easy to take with you, and even if you put them in your tote upside down, that locking flap lid will not pop open. So this is full of paper, right, and we're gonna give it a little shake, it won't pop open. So all of your stuff is nice and secure. So other than traveling, people ask me, why would I use this instead of like a paper handler, which is open on the top? If you live somewhere, if you like to travel, of course, these are great for that. If you live somewhere where you have a light or dust problem, it's going to protect your things even more. If you store things somewhere else and you have to carry them out, it makes it easy to carry them out. So based on you as an individual crafter and your space and how you craft, this could be the perfect solution for so many things. The 12 by 12 is going to come with a set of 5 tab divider pockets, right? So I just label mine by color, and then I keep the colors in there, and that's why I keep the scraps for each of those colors. So I might have sheets of paper in between, reds, pinks, orange, and then I'm able to use those tab divider pockets to hold the scraps, and it keeps everything organized and in the rainbow order, and it makes it really simple. Now, you're getting, like I said, you're gonna get 5 tab divider pockets with the 12 by 12, but you can buy additional. You can buy all of the tab divider pockets are sold separately, and they're gonna fit in all the different Fab Files, even as that separate purchase. So great for something like paper, and I'm just gonna put these back on my shelf as I talk about them. You can see how easy it is to just grab things, pull them out, put them away. This is loaded up with Christmas supplies, Christmas paper, Christmas scraps, embellishments, and I just used some of my old stickers and just kind of labeled it. I put a little Christmas box in the pocket here, so when it is on my shelf, especially, I can pull it out this way, I know exactly what's in there, and it's just kind of a fun way to use up some of those supplies that are maybe just sitting around your craft room not getting used. This is one of the best uses for these tab divider pockets. This is a great way to store those delicate stencils. So I have a sheet of paper in with each of these stencils. That's why you can see it so well. It makes it easy when you have a sheet of paper with your stencil to pull it in and out of the pocket, because that sheet of paper keeps the edges and corners, little cutouts from your stencil, from grabbing onto the side or back of the pocket. That's one reason to do it. The other reason is if you have multiple stencils in a pocket, it keeps each one separate, and again, it keeps them from getting hung up on each other. So the 12 by 12 stencil storage, this is a perfect solution for keeping those 12 by 12 stencils organized and accessible. Again, really easy. They are plastic, which means if you like to work with alcohol inks, you can jazz them up with your alcohol inks, because alcohol inks stick to almost everything. All right, so that's the 12 by 12. The 8 by 8 is, of course, ideal for 8 by 8 projects, right? If you work on 8 by 8 albums, or you like to make big 8 by 8 cards. So this is an 8 by 8 album. One thing I want to tell you, especially if you're new, the Totally Tiffany brand, everything that I design is bigger than what it's named. So if you are working with 8 by 8 or 6 by 6, you know if you buy something that's labeled 6 by 6 and it is exactly 6 by 6, a lot of your 6 by 6 stuff won't fit in there because it has an edge on one side that's bigger, like maybe where the paper pad is connected. Might have a label attached by the manufacturer. So everything I make is bigger than what it's designed to carry, and that makes it really easy for you to get things in and out. So obviously, an 8 by 8 album is bigger than an 8 by 8 scrapbook page, right? This box is designed so that you can store the album, store your refill pages, and have all of your papers as well in there. It's gonna come, again, with the 8 by 8 tab divider pockets as well. 8 by 8 is also a great size for those of you who are planner junkies. I use the medium size planner, and I've got all of my old planner pages in here. So if you like to keep, my planner pages are a little bit like scrapbook pages, right? They have all kinds of fun little things on them, right? But if I wanted to look back, here's my husband. This is an old one. Look, that's his birthday. I put his picture in there. So it's almost a little bit more than just a planner. I don't want to get rid of those things, right? Plus, it gives me a place to refer back what happened that year when I'm journaling. So the 8 by 8 is going to fit, obviously, all of your 8 by 8 stuff, but it's also a great place if you're a planner junkie. And it's such a popular size. Okay, so this is a 6 by 6. So obviously 6 by 6 paper, 6 by 6 pockets, right? I like to keep my scraps with my paper pad, right? You pay a lot of money for your paper. You want to make sure that you're using your scraps, especially with these smaller paper pads. They're really important for creating your cards and that type of thing. So the pockets work great, scraps and paper in 6 by 6. That's a no-brainer. You could probably already knew that by the size. This is a 6 by 6, and it's loaded up with a resin pour kit. So we buy, as crafters, all of these little craft kits, all these little bits and pieces. Where are they? Keeping things together, you use together, is a key feature of being organized, which means you're going to have more fun, you're going to be able to craft more often and get more done, and use more of your supplies. So kits that have small bits and pieces, so the gloves, the pour cups, the stir stick, the resin hardener, the resin color, the resin accessories, they're all in here. If I want to do resin pour, I'm going to pull this box off the shelf and have everything that I need. If it wasn't in this box, it would be standing up on a shelf. I might knock it over. I might lose pieces of the kit. The other thing about being that it's all squared up, when you've got your square boxes all together, you are maximizing your space, right? Left to right, top to bottom, back to front, you are using all of that space, and you've got that easy access. Okay, 6 by 6. 5 by 7, and you are getting the 5 by 7, I believe, with, Susie, you could confirm for me, pockets, no, with file folders, correct? So, okay, so let's take a look at the file folders. So, 5 by 7, 4 by 6, typical sizes for organizing photographs, right? So, that is what this was designed for. You are getting plastic file folders, and they're going to come with an insert sheet that has some little prompts on it, notes about that. So if you're organizing your photos by event, by year, you know, maybe you, like I have a box that's all a trip to Disney, where it's like the characters, the rides, getting there, the hotel. This is where I'm gonna write those notes, those journaling notes, and then I'm gonna have all my photos tucked into the file folders so that I can just, now they're all organized. When I'm ready to work on this project, I can pull out that section of photos, that group of photos, and I can craft with them, get my scrapbooking done. So the file folders work great for organizing photos. They also work great for things like embossing folder collections. So this is a collection of embossing folders. I did the insert on the front. I did a rubbing of all 3 embossing folders that are in here and the extra bits that go with them, so I would know what they look like, right? It's hard to see what embossing folders look like because they're just white plastic. So I've got those examples on the front there, and then this is the coordinating stamps that go with those embossing folders, also right here in the file. And I just made a copy of them on my copy machine, reduced the size of it, so I know what all the stamps in this folder are. So the 5x7 with the file folders comes with 6 file folders. Common question people ask, can I buy more file folders separately? No, you cannot. The box will only hold 6. You can't possibly get any more in there because the width of them at the bottom. So 6 is the max that can fit in this box. 6 is the max that you are going to get with your 5x7 Fab File with file folders. And then next up we have the 4x6, and you're getting those with the file folders, and you are also getting them with the pockets, if I'm correct in my memory here. So 4x6, again, plastic. Let's see, 4x6, I was looking for one that's loaded with some photos here. So 4x6, you can either use the pockets or the file folders for organizing photos. So I've got this one kind of loaded up with a variety of different things to just kind of show you, right? Things like, these are those clear pockets that you use to save things like baby hair or little other little mementos that you want to protect. Well, they're clear pockets, so they're easy to lose. I just have mine organized by size using the pockets right here in the storage box. So the pockets are going to work for photos, for embellishments, for your little add-on pieces. The file folders, so this is, if you like the Project Lifestyle cards, you're getting the 4x6 cards and the 2x3 cards, and they're all going to fit in the file folder. So you can see I've got the 2x3 cards in the front of this file folder. I've got the coordinating 4x6 cards in the back. I've got the full collection right here, labeled and ready to use, tucked into my 4x6 Fab File. So it's perfect for things like Project Life's cards. If you do trading cards, artist trading cards, it's perfect size to hold 2 sets of those side by side. It's also a great place to sort, store, and organize your cards, envelopes, card blanks by color. So I've just used each of the file folders to hold a specific color. Now it could be envelopes and cards together, just envelopes by color, card blanks, cards that are already folded, or even just flat card. It's a great way to protect them from light, damage, dust, all of those things, and also have them very accessible. One of the other things that's kind of key to the Totally Tiffany brand is how easy is it to get these products on and off your shelf into your workspace. So I have this target when I design something. Can I make this a one-handed grab, right? And all of the Fab Files are. So we get busy with crafting, we tend to have our hands full, but if I want to grab something off a shelf or put it away, if I only need one hand to do that, it makes things so much easier to bring things out and to put things away. So Fab Files are going to meet my one-hand grab rule. They're also a great place, both sizes, to store your finished cards. So especially if you share the cards that you've made with your family, if someone needs a birthday card, thank you card, or something like that, it's a great way to organize them by theme, event, holiday, labeled aside, and then when someone says, oh, I need a thank you card, I need a birthday card, you can just send them to the Fab Files and say, look for the Fab File labeled birthday cards, go ahead and pick something out, right? So within your birthday collection of cards, you may have cards for him, cards for her, you know, little kid cards, teenage cards, whatever. It makes it easy for you to find the cards you've made and then actually use them, but also makes it easy for family members who might also need a card to get into your collection and find exactly what they need. So Corrine, the Fab Files, like I said, I have over 50 of them just that I can see and count as I'm looking around my room. They are gonna solve problems all over your craft room and make finding your supplies, and you mentioned this earlier, if you can find it, you're going to save yourself time, but also money, because you're not going to duplicate those purchases. You're going to find the things that you already own and use them, and then once you use them, you get to shop again.
You certainly do, you certainly do. Now, I have just heard how busy these Fab Files have been today. If you have been inspired by Tiffany like I have, now I've had my craft room I'm in at the moment, because I've sort of moved around the house. As my crafting's got bigger and bigger, I've had to move to bigger and bigger rooms. The room, I'm trying to think how long it is. Probably be about 4 years. But I'm looking at these and I'm thinking, I need to gut my craft room and start again. I just need to reorganise. And bear in mind, I've only been with Crafters Companion since February, and I sort of had to clear out and got everything out. I'm thinking, I'm already getting in a muddle, so this is going to make it amazing. Now, we've shown you the bundle, the 6-pack. Remember, you've got the 2 4 by this one here at the end, 4 by 6 is it? Let me get this right. Let me work out which one it is. Yeah, the 4 by 6, you're getting 2 of those. Now, that is a perfect bundle, $28.99, $38.99. Maybe you don't want that. Maybe you're thinking, well, okay, I can see lots of uses for the 4 by 6. I don't do 12 by 12s. Or perhaps you're thinking, I'm a scrapbooker. I'm going to do lots by the 12 by 12s. So let's go through them individually. Then you can work out which bundle or individual items is going to be best for you. So the first one we're going to look at is the 12 by 12, and I can absolutely vouch for exactly what Tiffany was saying earlier. This paper pad is 12 by 12. You know that's a 12 by 12 paper pad, but look at that. Can you see how much space I've got down the side here? I've got probably about 3/4 of an inch at the bottom and about maybe an inch at the top as well. Extra space, look at that, you can see there. So you know you're not going to dog ear the corners. If this was 12 by 12, you wouldn't get a 12 by 12 pad in it, would it? It would be bowing. Even if it was like a fraction, an eighth of an inch bigger, you'd be catching the corners, you'd be dog earing your paper pads. This means that they are going to be absolutely perfect fit. So if you want the 12 by 12, which is what we call the extra large, $8.99 or $11.99, dropping down to £7.19 or $9.59 if you're a platinum member. So that's the 12 by 12. The next one we're going to do is the 8 by 8. Now this is probably one of my favourite size cards. I'm quite a large card maker. I know a lot of people like the small ones. I like the large ones. So I've got a lot of 8 by 8 supplies. And I love that idea of keeping all of your papers together with your card blanks, with your envelopes, with your paper pads. Absolutely perfect. And again, you can see, even when I look at this straight away, it's not looking to me to be a perfect square, because I've got extra space on the side. I've just got a little bit of space on the side, but I've got even more space at the height, at the top, to accommodate these tabbed folders. So if you look at this 8 by 8 cardstock I've got in here, if I look at that, let me just tap it down. Look at that, I've got all that space at the bottom and that space at the top, and then I've got room for the tab as well. So you have got so much room in these. So if you want the 8 by 8, it's $6.99 or $8.89. You can now create your own storage combination, working out what's best for you. And don't forget, you can label them all up individually. Now, this is a really, really popular size. That 8 by 8, apparently we have sold hundreds and hundreds today. So the 6 by 6, again, you can see straight away, it's not a perfect square because we're giving you extra height at the top to accommodate those tab folders. Now in here, I've got my paper pads, and exactly what Tiffany was saying earlier is you can put your scraps in there, you can put your extra pieces, you could be putting your projects you're working on. I have got stencils in here that work with these. I have got so much. I love this. That stencil has been used. It's got little bits on it. It's got little marks on it. But I know I can pop it in that little wallet, and I'm not going to mess up my cardstock. I'm not going to mess up anything else that's in here. It's all going to stay absolutely pristine. So if you want 6x6, it's $6.99 or $8.99. And again, don't forget, all of those prices are going to go down if you're a Platinum member, or if you're in Club Inspire, or this is your first order. So the next one you're going to look at is the 5x7. Remember, everyone has a little handle, so you're going to be able to put them in and out of your shelves really easy. And again, plenty of storage space for there. Your stamps sheets are going to fit perfectly, and you've got the little wallets inside there. $6.99 or $8.99 for that one. And finally, you're going to get 2 of these in your bundle, but perhaps you want to add more, or perhaps this is what your optimum size is going to be. Here we've got the 4x6, the small. And again, you're going to get your little dividers in here that's going to work absolutely perfect. Look at this, this would be perfect, ready for me for tomorrow morning for my Colour Me Happy show, with all of my stamps, all of my projects, all ready to go. Now, if you want this one, the 4x6, it's $5.99 or $8.99 if you're in America. So you build up the shape that's or sizes that are going to work for you. But obviously, the best value is going to be in the larger bundle, where you're going to get all 6 folders. Right, now, I think we've got if you look at this one, the 5x7 that we've got here, we've got a different pack that's got 3 of the 5x7s in, and Tiffany's going to give you the details of those now.
Okay, so the 5x7 in the bundle, you're getting it with the file folders. In this bundle of 3, this is our most popular die and stamp storage solution. You are getting the 5x7 box, and then it is coming loaded. Each one comes with a set of 5 of the tab divider pockets. So I'm just going to pull out a set here. So first thing I want you to notice, as you look into this box, you can see all the labels on everything. So I occasionally get asked, do I need to put everything in a tab divider pocket? And do you have to? Absolutely not. You can put things loose into the box. There's a lot of value to the tab divider pockets. The first part of that is that when I look into this box, the tab divider pockets keep everything at the same height, so I can read all of my labels. There's nothing dropped down in between that's smaller that I might miss or forget. So the tab divider pockets, the number one thing they do is keep everything really visible and really accessible. The other thing they do is protect your products, whether it's stamps or dies. I'm going to show you some embellishments in a minute, but they're all protected inside of that pocket. So especially with dies, where you have multiple dies that go with a set of dies, you want to keep all those things together so that you don't lose them, right? You've invested huge amounts of money in your die and stamp collections, and this is a perfect way to keep them organized. So in this set, I have added in the magnets, which are also available on the website. So I've got the 5x7 magnets. But you can see I've got the stamp set, I've got the die set on the back side, and I've also saved with the stamp and dies the instructions from the packaging. So I know what that project is going to look like. I know what kind of sandwich I need to make when I run it through my Gemini. Everything is right there, right? So saving those examples, those pictures off the packaging is another great reason to use the tab divider pockets for each set of dies or each set of stamps, because you can keep those things together, those inspirations, those ideas. Stamps and die set on one side, stamp and die set on the other. So you can put 2 sets of dies, 2 sets of stamps in each pocket. It just makes it so simple to keep all of those things organized, visible, and accessible. So you are getting, in each of the 3 boxes, you are getting 1 set of 5 tab dividers, but each box will hold, if they're doubled up with stamps and dies, each box will hold 4 sets of pockets for 20 magnets. If you're only using them singly, you can get closer to 30 in each box. So pick up those extra pockets as well today while you're shopping for your Fab Files. So this entire box is filled with pockets, loaded up with Christmas embellishments. So especially if you buy sets that go together. These little stick-on embellishments, these 3 folders, 1, 2, 3, all match these cards or card blanks, right? So when I'm putting these cards together, I want to make sure that I have all those bits and pieces. But when I bought this kit, it was in a giant box. And I don't need to take up all that space in my room. Even though the box is beautiful, I don't need to take up all that space in my room. Once I used a bunch of pieces out of the box, I thought, I need to consolidate this. I need to make it smaller. And that was the way to do that, was to put all of them into just pockets and add them right in with the rest of my Christmas stickers and embellishments. So if I'm working on a Christmas project, I've got all of those bits and pieces together in one nice, neat, tidy little spot. So it's a great way to organize dies and stamps. It's also a great way to keep embellishments, stickers, little add-ons organized, Corrine, together. You know, that's my mantra. Keep things together you use together. I could literally pull this box out, get a couple of card bases, and I could put together Christmas cards just like that because I have all the pieces together in one place. So keep things together you use together. You'll save money, and you'll be able to craft more often. And this collection of the 5x7 boxes with the tab divider pockets, well, this is probably hands down our best seller for die and stamp organization. So if you are a stamper and you love dies, which most of us do, you're going to love this bundle.
And I think if you look at the price today for this bundle, look at that, you're saving over 30%. $8.98 for all 3, along with all of those pockets, $10.98. Look at that. If you are a Platinum member, £7.18, $8.78. So effectively, 30%, which we know is a third. If you buy 2, you're getting your third one for free. And we all like a little bit of free, don't we? Absolute bargain. I just love the bargains. Now, we're going to look at something else, but I just want to quickly hear what everybody's saying. Oh, I've got a question for Tiffany, and we'll go back to that one in a minute. Kathy, I haven't forgotten. Rosalind said she could use another set of these for her sewing accessories. We've been showing a lot of paper craft today, but just remember, these are going to cross over into all of your crafts, soft crafts. As Tiffany showed you your painting, she showed you your resin. Whichever ones you craft you do, these are going to fit them all. Sheila Collins says, have these and craft carry workstations, love them for organisation. I have got craft room envy just watching behind Tiffany's shoulders. Look at that craft room, how organised it is. It's just giving me so much envy. Barbara Carlson says, Fab Files are awesome. Planning to redo my home files into them at some point. Yeah, I've got insurance policies for my daughter's flute. I've got a file for the dog for all of her insurance bits. I've got all of our personal ones, you know, things on my husband's pension. They're all in a filing cabinet. Why not put them into these Fab Files? They're going to work perfectly. I can really see these. Maureen says, I can certainly see Fab Files migrating into my workroom sometime soon. Maureen, when they're on these prices, absolutely perfect. My mum's just setting up her sewing craft room. I'm thinking of these for threads, for bits of fabric, for fat quarters, and all of those. Carol Ann says, these are one of my favourite Totally Tiffany products. We're talking about the Fab Files here. Barbara Carlton, I love all my Totally Tiffany organisation. Best thing I ever did was start saving for the storage I really wanted. When I think of the money I wasted on cheap storage that really just ended up costing me more when it didn't work the way I needed it to. I mean, we could go home now, Tiffany, couldn't we? She said it's all there for us. I mean, yeah, we could stand here and say this and talk to you, but when people come in and say things like that, that's when you know it's right. Jessica says, I'm working on my craft room and will have a better idea of what storage I would need. Yeah, start at the beginning. As soon as you get your craft room, start planning your storage straight away. Don't bring everything in and then try to do it. It's best on the way in. Jeffrey is back and says, I have 3 of those 6x6 6 filled with paper pads. Caroline says, I find the 5 by 7 brilliant for embossing folders and stamp and die sets. I use the 6 by 6 for full Crafters Companion collections. I have such as Knitwits, Enchanted Dreams, etc. Oh, we're doing Enchanted Dreams tomorrow. So now you can find your pack of Enchanted Dreams ready to work with us tomorrow. And Penny said, Fab Files are so handy for lots of uses. And Fred, I love this, Fred. Fred171 says, bundles are great to try and see what you will use. Yeah, it's like a taster, isn't it? You're going to be able to check out, see what works for you, and then buy either more bundles or individuals if you do. Oh, Sandra, I'm sorry to hear your craft room's been delayed, and I hope you're recovering from your accident, Sandra. But at least you can watch this and think about what crafty storage you really need, and then you'll get it right from the start. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at is our paper storage boxes with 30 storage box dividers in here. Now, I have got something similar to this, but mine are at the A4. I love this in the 12 by 12. So what you're going to get is, I hope somebody can tell me, I'm going to get 5 of these boxes here, and I'm going to get 30 of these dividers here. Now, I'm also thinking I could take these into my 12 by 12 storage, my Fab Files as well, if I wanted to. So these are going to be brilliant. You can use them as dividers, but they also have pockets in the middle. So if I can divide and then put, as we were talking earlier, about putting all your scraps in there. Oh, these aren't the right dividers in here. I've been given the wrong one. Maybe, I know Tiffany hasn't got any there, but perhaps you can explain to us what the dividers look like so that we've get a better idea. I'm so sorry about that.
No, that's okay. That's the thing, right? So what you have there are the tab divider pockets, and those have 5 tabs. This is even better what you're getting in this bundle. You are getting the paper storage box dividers, which have 10 tabs, and they're a little bit taller, and they run all the way across those paper storage boxes, so that's really easy to find those. So you are getting 30 of those dividers, which means in your 5 paper storage boxes, you are going to have enough dividers to clearly label everything: birthday, beach, baby, bath time, crafting, Christmas, Easter, and then by color. So you're really getting, there we go, that's the right picture. So you see all of those dividers there. Now, if you're using your boxes straight up and down as they're pictured, the dividers stick up above the edge of the box, and that's why they're kind of cut in that weird shape. So when you've got the dividers and you're looking down your row of boxes, you are going to be able to see all of the little tabs and clearly label. I mean, think about 30 categories that you can put. So those paper storage boxes, first of all, they fit in your IKEA cube. So the Calyx or the Expedit, they're gonna fit in there. And each one of those will hold up to 500 sheets of paper. When I say up to, some cardstock is really, really thick. Some paper is quite a bit thinner. So it just depends on how thick the cardstock is or the paper, but you're gonna get 2,500 sheets of paper in those 5 boxes. Imagine that, and then when you put them into your cube storage, I think you're going to get 3 in one and 2 in the other. You have organized, there you go, perfect. You have organized thousands of sheets of paper in a small space, and those those divider tabs make it really easy to find each category or each color of paper that you want to work with. Now, what I would do is I would buy the extra 12 by 12 tab divider pockets, especially for your rainbow section, so that you can put your scraps into that pocket in that section also. So they work great in conjunction together. But this bundle, the 5 boxes and the 30 divider tabs, I mean, that's a smoking deal and a great way to organize a whole bunch of paper, which we all have, right? We've got lots of paper. So it's a great bundle and something that people should totally take advantage of today.
I think that's fantastic. And there you go. You can see what Tiffany was saying, how when you look at the tabs, now we've got the right ones. Look at that. You might think, well, why are we only coming halfway down the divider with the tabs? That's so that when we put them in the box, they sit absolutely... Yeah. You can tell a crafter has been designing these. You really can. Look at this. These are just going to sit perfectly flush above that edge of that box. So you know, there's no point having a tab that's down here that you can't read. You know, sitting there, those are going to fit absolutely perfect. And as you said, you're going to get 3 lots of these. So you get 10 on each. So you've got sort of the 5 twice. And as you say, once you've started to separate them out, you'll be able to see the ones behind, and that is absolutely perfect. And then you've got a little white clean area on there where you can put what is in them. So you're going to get all 5 of these 12 by 12 storage boxes and 30 of these tabbed dividers as well. And that's going to come in today at $28.98 or $37.98 if you're in the US. But look at that, the platinum price, £23.18 or $30.38. That is absolutely amazing. I mean, yeah, I've never before personally seen storage boxes that work for 12 by 12 papers. Now, we've thrown a lot of storage ideas at you. Do you need your workstations? Do you need your ditto bags? Do you need your Cindy bags? There's been a lot. Do you want your Fab Files? Do you want your paper storage boxes? You need to sort of digest that. So while you watch this little video, we're going to show you this while you have a think about what's going to work for you. But let me just tell you, our Fab Files have been so busy today. When they told me how many we sold of those, it's been amazing. Have a look, think what you want, check out just while you watch this quick little video.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make your die cutting tools last as long as your love for crafting with the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates. Your metal dies are put under lots of pressure with each pass through your Gemini die cutting machine. So to make sure they cut crisp, clean, delicate designs for years to come, you need to look after your dies, and that's where the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates come in.
Quick Buy, get yours now. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories plastic shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila, an amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories plastic shim is your best friend.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Right. Before we go through what we're going to go through again, I just want to ask Tiffany the question. Let me just say, so Kathy has come on. She said this so long ago, Kathy, we haven't forgotten, I promise. She said, question for Tiffany, could she show us the use of the 2 straps below the handles of the Ditto? Now, I'm assuming she means these straps here. Does she mean this one? Have you got a Ditto available, Tiffany, just to show us? She says the purpose of the 2 straps just below the handles. Now I can only assume she means these ones here. Is this just for, they're just for extra storage, are they not? Or does she mean these long ones?
Here, because I have them tucked in. The straps are designed if you are going to carry your bag and you're worried about things falling out of it. Now, most of us don't have to worry about that because we've got them so fully loaded. But these straps come around between your tools and your supplies, pull in those pockets nice and tight, and then there's a piece of Velcro underneath that they attach to. So it just pulls that pocket in, so when you're carrying it, it holds everything nice and tight. Or if you're loading it into your Cindy tote or your Lois tote, pulls everything in nice and tight and makes it easy to drop down into your tote. So that is the purpose of this extra strap on both sides. I don't usually use mine. I don't really, but that is why it was added on there. And I just tuck mine in between the handles. I think yours was tucked that same way.
Yeah.
If I'm not using it, it's just tucked back in there so it's not in my way.
Yeah, makes total perfect sense. Like you say, it just condenses everything if you're doing holding it together. It's not about holding it shut. It's just about bringing everything in to a more a tighter level. So I hope that answered your question, Rosalind. So yes, so hopefully that was really useful. Heidi has checked in and said, I absolutely love Tiffany's products. They are very well made and last a long time. That's it. We don't want to be buying more than once. You want to make sure you've got everything that you need. Patty says, checking in very late from California. We don't mind you here, Patty, that's all that matters. And she loves Totally Tiffany products. Lovely to see you too, Marion. Linda Mundell says, love these. I'm just planning my craft room at the moment, and these will be great. Fabulous. That's why we love doing these shows. Everybody's at a different point in their crafty journey, their crafty craft room plannings and all the rest of it. We keep bringing you these shows, and hopefully you'll find a deal that works for you, and you will be able to incorporate them into your craft room as well. And then Linda also says, love a good bit of storage, can never have too much. Right, so we've shown you everything that we've got on the show tonight for all of the Totally Tiffany products. So we're now just going to have a quick look back at some of the most popular, some of the ones that you have been loving. So we're just going to recap first on our desk made. So you've got your store and your clip pods. I thought these were paper clips, and I've now learned what these are. So you've got your little clips as well. So maybe think about getting some extra clips as well. So this is your complete storage system. So you are going to save 25%, I think, on this one. £45.69 or $54.45. Now, you're going to get everything that you see here, and Tiffany's going to break it down. Now, if you're a Platinum member, £36.55, $43.58 for this. It is amazing. I thought when I saw it, yeah, it all sits in the tray. We showed you how it fits in our cube. We can also show you that again in a minute if you want to have a look. But I love how you can use it separately, and how you can take all of the little storage canisters out and use them on your desk too. So could you just run through, Tiffany, for us exactly what you're going to get if you get the complete storage system, please?
Absolutely. So the complete collection is 7 pieces, 7 pods, and then each pod you get a clip with. So you're going to get a total of 6 clips, because the bottom tray doesn't have the clip. So what is it? So the big section, the large, this is 13 inches by 10 inches by 3 inches. So it's going to fit your 12 by 12. It also has a divider panel on the inside, so you can make that inside a little bit smaller, and then that's going to fit your A4, your 8.5 by 11. So it's ideal for craft papers, also great for office supply storage and that type of thing. All of these bins come folded flat, and then you just pop them up and you push the bottom piece. There's a plastic piece that comes in the bottom. You just push that down, and that's what gives it its basic structure. All of them have this band all the way around, so you can see sides, back, there's a band, and that is how you clip the pods together. And you're going to use the big Totally Tiffany clips to hook the pods together. And again, you can do it in any configuration that you prefer, and you can add pieces to the 7. You can buy individual pieces. So this is the large, 13 by 10 by 3. This is the medium. It's 6.5 It's 8 inches tall at the back, and it's 3 1/4 inches on the side. Again, it has those bands all the way around it for connecting together. This is the small. It's 6 by 5 by 1 3/4. It also has a divider in it, so you can use it all the way open, which means it's gonna fit your 4 by 6 pockets, or you can close that divider and then use it for other different supplies as well. Then we have got the 6 by 6 by 6. This is a pop-up trash can for your desk space. Great to have in your storage tote, or in your, not your storage tote, your travel tote, right? So you're gonna pull out that bottom, and the whole thing is gonna fold flat so you can travel with it. But when you're working, we all need just a little place to throw those little bits as we're working, right? Those tiny scraps that we're creating. So on your desktop, and then you're gonna be able to dump it into your big garbage, but it is a great little accessory for your workspace. And then we've got the tool bin. So this is higher back, slanted on the side, 3 inches by 6 inches tall. Great for your tool storage, your marker storage. We saw that there. And then you have got the pen and pencil bin, and this has 2 dividers that are removable as well. So great for, again, pens, pencils, scissors, that type of thing. There's my extra clips. I'm going to show you how to clip things together. And then you've got the tray bit. So this piece, there's a piece of wood in here covered in this fabric, and this comes folded flat as well. You just push that wood in, and that creates that solid bottom in your tray. If you're going to use it all the time, you can go ahead and glue that bottom in. If you are never going to fold this down and tuck it away, glue it in so it's permanent in there if you like. It works great that way. This fits in your IKEA cube, your Kallax or your Expedit cube. This is gonna fit in there. So, well, with the full collection, you can slide it in and pull it in and out of that cube. It works great for other things in your IKEA cube as well. Matter of fact, someone just brought up the other day, can I load my slide stash and stores onto that tray and slide them into my IKEA cube? You absolutely can. So whatever you want to put on here, buddy bags, slide stash and store, or your collection of clip and store pods, they're all going to fit. They're all going to slide in and out of your IKEA Kallax or Expedit really easily. So if you've got the 8 cube or the 4 cube or the 12 cube, you may want to put one of these trays in each section, and that's going to allow you to pull those things out, get to them in the back. I think, Corrine, you showed us that earlier. It works so well, and it was one of the main design concepts for this whole collection was, how can I also use the other things in my room? In this case, I'm going to put these 2 together so you can see what's going on there. Now, the beauty of this is that you don't have to use all of them together all in the same place, right? You can buy all the individual pods to fit exactly what you want. But you're going to take that clip and you're going to clip it to the band on one on each side, right? So now these are hooked together. I can slide this backwards or forward to fit exactly that space. I may have a corner space on my desk that I want to use, and I need this much storage, and all I have to do is connect them together, right? That's simple. And now I've created a totally personalized storage that fits that corner of my desk or that corner of my workspace. So the uses of it, the versatility of it, it's so, well, and that was one of our design concepts, right? How can this work the most possible ways for the most possible products? So here's another little group of them all connected together. 6 by 6 paper. I've used so this is the 8 by 5 pocket with the 8 by 5 magnet, dies and stamps, and then I've got my little trash bin here as well. And again, hooking them all together creates this individual little unit of organization. Here's a, not a full collection, but I've got a variety of the different pieces. So if you live in a small space and one of those cubes in your IKEA Kallax is for your office supplies, this is it. I slide it in and pull it out. And I think Corrine is going to give us a little demonstration of really how that all fits so you can see it for yourself. I don't have that in my studio to show,
No, no problem at all. I've got mine here. I've just moved over to the sofa. I just wanted to come for a sit down, really. So we have put our desk made into our cube unit. You can see it just there. And look at that. It fits absolutely perfect. And just believe me, it fits perfectly to the back as well. It's absolutely flush. Now, if you were getting this, you think, how am I going to get it out? I've got a handle on the front just here. I just hook my hands in and I slide it out. If I want to take it all the way out, I'm just going to tilt it forward and then I can pick it out like that. Otherwise, I can just pull it out to the point of getting what I want. You know, we've got our Gemini Junior plates in here, we've got pens, we've got everything you might want in there. Pop it away. I love the idea of a home office all tucked away neatly in there. Absolutely perfect. But you know, it has been designed for maximum efficiency. It's been designed to work for you in your home. You know, this is going to make work for you, whether it's going on your desktop, whether it's going on a shelf, whether it's going in your Calyx unit. It's entirely up to you, but it's all going to work brilliantly. So Tiffany's got another one I think she can show us that she's set up ready to go. How many of these are you going to have? Are you going to have them for different uses? You know, you heard people say, I've got 2 or 3 of these different projects or different uses, and then, you know, different holes in your cube, and you can set one up on each hole and have a different use.
You know, I think that's kind of the amazing thing about this whole product line, is that it will work for all different types of crafts in all different types of spaces. And so the value today, especially choosing your individual components, buy one, get one free, you can't go wrong. They come flat and they store flat. So you may be thinking, a couple of people have mentioned, yeah, I'm working on my craft room. So because these come flat and they store flat, it's a great time to order them and have them ready to go when you need them, whether it's a cube, a shelf, or just on your desktop. So I think Barb Carlson, hi Barb, brought up a really good point also about buying the right storage, getting the right storage. One of the unique things about the Totally Tiffany brand is that it is designed specifically around crafting. And so it fits what we need, it fits what we have, and it fits the spaces that we have in our craft room. So this collection is set up with everything for painting and drawing, right? Sketch pad, sketch pens, charcoal, different types of paints, paint markers, paint tray. It's all right here. If I'm gonna paint, I can pull this off the shelf, pull it out of the cube, set it down, and I am ready to go. I've got everything right here at my fingertips, and it's a perfect solution for crafts by type for storing those things. So regardless of what you're using, you're gonna find the bins that are the perfect size and the perfect shape for all of those storage options that you need. Now, this one especially, sorry, I'm gonna do little musical pods here. This one is all Crafters Companion Gemini plates and tools. So I've got the bigger plates for my, I do not have the Pro. I have the MIDI, the Mini, and the just basic Gemini. But I've got all the plates in here, metal plates, magnetic plates. I've got the MIDI plates here. I've got the Mini plates here. I've got my basic tools here. Everything is ready to go. So I may keep it in this tray, store it on the shelf, or I could take everything out of the tray, line it up in a straight line along the back of my craft table, and then have easy, I wanna know how many of you have lost these, any size, right? They just get buried on your workstation, and if you've got this system spread out along the back of your workstation, then each and every one of those is at your fingertips and accessible. You know where they are, you know when you need to buy new ones. I mean, I was like looking at mine today going, ooh, I should order some new ones. They're not in the best shape. I've abused the heck out of them. You know, my mom and I have a craft club, and sometimes we end up cutting thousands of things at a time. I got double Geminis going, but everything I can find. I can put it away and I can take it out. And that is one of the beautiful things about the Totally Tiffany brand. I think that way. How am I gonna take this out? How am I gonna put it away? What problem is it solving? Every one of these things is solving a problem that I've had and that most of you have had. that's kind of the beauty of buying craft storage from people who actually craft. The other thing we talked about earlier was maybe you want it to be a different color than black. How do you jazz it up for your room? I took a can of spray paint and turned the interior of this gold. Someone brought it up to me and I go, I got to test that before I actually talk about it. It literally took me 5 minutes and I changed the color of this and it worked flawlessly. So whether you want an interior color or an exterior color, we're all crafty. Make your cubes the color and style that you want. You are going to absolutely love them. So I will turn it back over to you, Corrine, to give those final pricings. And if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer those as well, as you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what? I think it's a habit that you can quickly learn. So if you're looking at this, how long does it take? You know, you do your die cutting and then you put your plates straight back into your storage area. It's a habit that if we can get into doing, it soon becomes second nature, and then you know that it's going to be where you want it. I love this one. This isn't the pen pot, this is the tool storage, but we're using it for pens today. So maybe whatever project you're doing, you get your pens out for that project, and then you just put them back into there. Instead of losing them on your desk, you can put them all into one place, and you just quickly get into the habit of doing this and just popping everything back into the right storage place. And maybe for you that is going to be the desk made. Right, now we've told you all about this if you want to buy the complete bundle. Absolutely brilliant. And as we were talking a few minutes ago with getting the Fab Files, getting the multi-box the multi-pack is good to find a good starting point. Maybe getting the the complete collection is a good starting point. Or maybe you want to make your own. So we could start with the large. The large, this is perfect for your 12 by 12 paper pads. Tiffany gave us all of the dimensions a few minutes ago for these, so we don't need to go through those again, but they fit your 12 by 12s absolutely perfect, and even though they're not quite as tall, they're not going to fall over. So if you want those, they're $12.99 or $14.95. Now remember, everything that I'm going to show you is buy one, get one free. You don't have to buy two of the same. You can buy any two, and your cheaper one is going to become free. So once we've done that, we've got that one here is the storage cube. This is here, or like the little waste bin, as Tiffany was telling us. We've got that one, $8.99 or $10.95. That is a really nice size, and I think people were saying perfect. Oh, not for your 6x6s, but you could get obviously your plates in there really easily if you wanted to. The next one we're going to look at is your now I think that one might have been the medium size. That's a medium, isn't it? I think. So that was large. Right, so we're going to look at the pen and pencil holder. This is that one. We've got all the little spare clips in here, but you have two little dividers to create three little sections in there. So, we call it the pen and pencil holder, but I can think of lots of things you can be putting in there, as well as your pens. You're going to be able to put so much more in these. So this is absolutely perfect for that. The next one we're going to look at is the tool holder, which we've actually got our pens in. And I love, when I look at this, the thing that aesthetically pleases me is the fact that they're all graded. They're higher at the back than at the front. They dip down at the front. Not too low that everything's going to fall out. I think the lowest is about 3 inches down. But you've still got the same size band all the way around, so you know that they're going to lock together. So that is perfect. Then the next one we're going to look at is the medium. This one is the medium. Now I know where I am. So this is the medium, $7.99 or $9.95. You can get quite a lot in there. We've got Gemini plates, we've got rocker blocks in here, we've got, what's this one? Alcohol inks in there. That looks like a refills. Absolutely perfect. Everything's going to fit in there. Don't forget you've got your band around the bottom as well. There you've got your medium. Then we're going to look at the small. This is lovely. So again, I think your plates would still fit in here because, there we go, you can see they're going to fit absolutely perfect in there. They are working on that 12-inch system. So everything is either 12, 6 or 3 inches so that you can make them up and build them yourself. So, you know, just think about which ones are going to work for you. And the last one, rather than me take everything out, you can see it's, you can see it is the base tray. So you've got all this one here. Now, if you want to hold them all together, I'll just take it out like that. Then this is what you're going to need. It's going to need your base tray. And I loved how Tiffany showed us just a few minutes ago how some of her other storage units will also fit in here if you want to. If you want to just be able to slide them on and off the shelves or in and out of your storage unit. $12.99 or $14.95, dropping down to $10.39, $11.96 if you're a Platinum member. I'm quoting those prices at you, but just remember it's buy one, get one free. And they don't have to be two of the same. So you're going to be able to completely make up the bundle you want. Are they going to go in trays? Are they going to go on your separately and just clip along your workstation? How are you going to build them up? But it's entirely up to you. Just remember, if you know where all your craft supplies are, you're going to be able to craft so much quicker. Paper craft, sewing, painting, we saw resin, we can do maybe your knitting, you know, your wool crafts, however you want to do it. Maybe think about having a workstation or a desk made for each of your crafts. Absolutely perfect. And as we said, these are going to fold, file, they're going to just slide, that was the word I was looking for, slide, it's been a long day, slide perfectly into your storage unit. Right, now, just give me 1 minute to pick these up. The next thing we're going to look at is our Fab Files. Oh, they should be light, but they're full of paper, so it's just taking me a bit more. Right, now, this is a 6-pack. I've only got 5 here, and I'll show you which ones you're going to get 2 of. So you are going to get, let me turn them, put the handles round, there we go. Now, you are going to get all of these, there we are. Look at these. Now, as Tiffany was explaining to you, when we talk of a size, that's the size of the product that will fit inside. So 12 by 12 is 12 by 12 papers because they are obviously a little bit bigger. 8 by 8, 6 by 6. Get the right way around, 5 by 7, and you're going to get 2 of the 4 by 6s. I believe that is one of the most popular sizes in all of these. Everybody is loving that. And I was just inspired by the ideas that Tiffany was showing us of all the different uses, your stamps, your embossing folders, your your magnetic sheets with dies on. So many ways to use this. This would be perfect, I think, my 5 by 7 for all my flower dies, because we were talking earlier, I love making my flowers. Now, I could have one of these just set up for my flower dies, slide it off my shelf, and I'm ready to go. So there we go. So let's see, Tiffany's got them much better set up than I have over there. So let's have a look at what she's got. There's a lot on her counter.
I have so many Fab Files and so many uses, and one of the things you will find if you are new to the Totally Tiffany brand is that so many of our products work across different types of craft and for different uses than they were originally designed. So the Fab Files, of course, were originally designed to hold paper, but they do so much more than just paper. And I do need to give a little shout out to Carol Ann and Maureen. Thanks for joining us today. And of course, Barb, I already said hi to Barb. So I'm so glad that you're with us. And thank you for sharing the things that you love about Totally Tiffany. So this is 12 by 12. This is actually vinyl. For doing home decor projects. But the beauty of the 12 by 12, it comes with the tab divider pockets, and these are a great way to sort, store, and organize not only your paper, your vinyl, anything that's 12 by 12, but they also work great for keeping scraps together in the right area of your storage, right? So keeping the scraps that match other things. 12 by 12, also going to be ideal for your 12 by 12 stencils. The pockets, great for stencil storage. They protect them, right? Stencils are somewhat delicate. As you're putting them away, they get hung up on each other. So putting them in the pockets and storing them in the 12 by 12 is perfect. Also 6 by 6, very popular for stencils. So the 6 by 6 box would work well for that as well. But with the 12 by 12, paper, stencils, and sometimes you want to keep a whole category of supplies together. You saw my Christmas box earlier where I had all of those things together in one place. The 8 by 8, now as we already mentioned, all of the boxes are bigger than what they're named. And that is so it makes it easy for you to pull things in and out of the box and store things that are a little larger. So this 8x8 album and the 8x8 storage, the 8x8 refills for the album, but even the paper, right? So this is the 8x8 pocket. I'm gonna put a piece of actual 8x8 paper in front of that pocket. So you can see the pockets are bigger, right? So they're easy to get to, and then they also serve as dividers, keeping everything organized inside your box. So with the 8x8, you're gonna get 5 of the tab divider pockets as well. So an easy way to organize your paper or your scraps, the tab dividers inside that box. Then the 6x6, of course, is a dream for 6x6 paper. Again, you can add, each box is gonna come with the 5 tab divider pockets, but you can add, depending on what you have in there, 3, 4, 5 extra sets of pockets to help you stay even more organized. One of the nice things about the pockets, I know I mentioned this earlier, is they make labeling even. So if you got those labels on there, as you flip through, you can see everything because they're at the same height. So it really does make your organization system that much easier to work with. The 5x7 is a great place to store 5x7 card blanks, pre-cut card, envelopes, any of those things, cards that maybe are already done, but it's also a great place to store things like, this is a set of stamps. So these are the folders, right, that come with the 5x7 in this bundle. Great for embossing folders, great for stamps. These 2 sets go together. And then you're also gonna get the 4x6, and I've got 4x6 with the pockets and with the file folder. So you're getting the file folders in one box and you're getting the pockets in the other. So great way to organize everything from photos, again, card blanks, embossing folders, all of those things. So this, someone also mentioned this earlier, I think it was Jeffrey who said, getting this is like getting a sample. You get to test them all out, and then you can find out the ones you love, the ones you need the most, and go back and get exactly what you need to finish organizing your craft space. So it's a great way to introduce yourself to the Fab Files system.
And I think if he's like you and you were saying you have got over 50 of the Fab Files around your room, you're going to be coming back time and time again, getting more. We've got so many comments, and I can only apologise now if I haven't read your comments, because we've had Natty saying hello from the Finger Lakes area of New York. She's just got her Frosty and Bright collection. Well, maybe you need a Fab File to store that in. Perfect. Heidi Hess says, absolutely love Tiffany's products. They're well made and last a long time, which goes on, reinforces what somebody said previously. If you know, we buy once and we want it to last, so that is the most important thing. Quick question for you, Tiffany. Fred171 says, will the desk made, which I've got here, ever be made in other colours, or is it just going to be in the black?
As far as I know, right now, it will only be in the black. But don't be afraid to get out the perfect color of spray paint for your craft room. And if it makes you a little bit nervous, pull out that bottom panel first, right? Because it's reversible, black on both sides. Spray one side of it and see if you love the color and you love the look, because you can spray, you know, it's funny that I didn't think about that myself. I grew up with a very creative mother, and she spray painted everything. It didn't matter what it was made of or what it looked like. She constantly was redecorating her home with a can of spray paint, and I don't know why I didn't think about that before. But give it a try. Try the interior panel, and if you don't like the way it looks, you're just gonna flip that interior panel over and put it back in the bottom. But you got that little tester there, and I would love to see if anybody, and think about spray painting it with a stencil on it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try that. Woo, woo. I'm gonna put a stencil down and spray paint, because think about using a pink spray paint. I'm like you, pink is my favorite, on that black, and creating that beautiful pattern or polka dot.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm totally excited. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get some stuff on social media about it. I think it'll be beautiful.
We can't wait to see. We really can't wait to see. Well, Tiffany, thank you so much. It's been absolutely wonderful. I've loved doing my first show with you. It's been so much fun. And it really has inspired me to go back in and look at my craft room and look at how I am storing all of my products, because I truly do spend so much time going round and round and round my craft room looking for something that actually was right under my nose all the time. And this is it, you know, time is precious, so let's make it work for us, and proper storage will do that for you. So thank you so much, and hopefully I'll do another show with you very soon. So that would be absolutely fantastic. Right.
That would be wonderful. It's been great being on with you all today. I love doing Craft House. It's so much fun to do a takeover. And I hope all of you learned some great tips and tricks today for getting your craft supplies organized so you can craft more often, have more fun, get more done. That's what we're here for.
It certainly
Take care, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, have a look. The items will be available well after the show, and you can work out, is it the ditto bag you're going to want? Is it going to be the Cindy tote that you're going to look at? Is it going to be the desk made, or, you know, which one is going to work for you? Is it going to be the Fab Files? You're going to see, I'm learning all the names. I'm quite impressed with myself. I'm learning all of those names. Tiffany's dancing away. I can still see her on the screen dancing away. We're showing everybody. We're showing. There we go. This is what happens when the cameras are off. She didn't know we were going to go back. Now, you pick the craft storage that works for you. It's entirely up to you. Now, we're going to be signing off for tonight. That's us done. And tomorrow we're going to be back. Now, I'm going to be back on the other counter tomorrow with Joe back here. And we're going to be having a fantastic Colour Me Happy show all about our classic pens. Then we've got masterclass with Enchanted Dreams, and then Sarah's going to be doing a warehouse sale. So until tomorrow, have a fantastic Saturday, enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you in the morning. Ta-ra for now.